This game feels illegal almost immediately. Sindarov sends the queen shopping, Hikaru looks ready to punish it, and then the whole thing turns into an ambush Hikaru never really gets to unwind. Up to here, this is standard structure. Then Hikaru grabs more center, and black decides calculation matters more than manners. Here comes the first greedy bite. The queen takes on d4, and from now on, every move is a race between material and development. And now the queen eats a second pawn. This is the kind of move that looks insane to spectators and perfectly logical to the player who has calculated just enough escape squares. Pause here. This is the poisoned pawn lesson. A greedy queen is only bad if you can trap it or crack the king before development catches up. White has pressure, but not yet a forced punishment. Hikaru finally asks the practical question. If the queen has eaten this much, can it actually get home before white's pieces arrive? The mood has changed a little. Hikaru still has pressure, but black has finally coordinated enough pieces that the queen raid no longer looks instantly punishable. This is cold-blooded defense. Black is not turtling up. Black is pushing back the bishop and asking white to keep proving the attack is real. Hikaru keeps trying to rip open lines, which is exactly the right instinct. When you are down material, quiet chess usually means you are just losing slowly. This is the square Hikaru did not want to see. Once the knight lands on d4, black stops defending the attack and starts attacking the attackers. There it is. One knight hop and the whole attack loses its swagger. From e2, the knight hits everything that matters and makes the queen trade feel great for black. Pause here. Outposts win defensive battles because they do 3 jobs at once. They block lines, create tactics, and force trades. Once the defender gets a piece like this, the attacker stops giving checks and starts solving problems. Hikaru does take the rook on a8, but notice the mood. This is not attack anymore. This is damage control. Pause here. Count what survived the tactics. White still has active pieces, but the queens are gone. The direct rook attack is gone, and black's extra material is still sitting on the board. That is when compensation starts expiring. Now the cleanup begins. Once the dangerous attacking pieces are traded, the bishop starts eating pawns, and black's extra material finally behaves like money in the bank. Pause here. Endgames punish false attacks. If your initiative disappears while the other side keeps the extra pawn or two, bishops become collectors. They just roam and cash in loose pawns one by one. Black's king is free now, and that tells the whole story in one image. The attack is over. What remains is technique. Hikaru is still fighting for activity, but the structure is doing black a favor. The a-pawn keeps demanding attention while white's kingside pawns keep becoming targets. This pawn break is mean. Black fixes the kingside structure first, because fixed pawns are much easier for a bishop to bully than mobile ones. Now it is just restriction. The bishop centralizes, the pawns are fixed, and white is running out of useful squares, not just material. And that is the punchline. The greedy queen adventure survived, the knight invasion killed the initiative, and Sindarov turned one brave raid into a full-point upset.